Perfect.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Empowerment with Elizabeth. Today I'm here with the current Miss Rodeo America, Emma, and she is going to talk to us about, her journey to the crown slash hat, which is so cute. I want one and all the things. So Emma, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into pageantry.
Awesome. Okay, we're definitely gonna have to get you a hat now. I think you need one. But I grew up rodeoing actually, so outside of the pageant world. And when I was 9 or 10, learned about what rodeo queening was in the pageant world and kind of jumped right in. I started with a more local title and did that for 5 or 6 years. And then on the rodeo side, we have something called the National High School Rodeo Association, and they have a pageant system. So I did that in high school and then took about a 6 year break, moved off to New York, went to school, started working, and then came back and ran for Miss Rodeo New Mexico and now Miss Rodeo America.
Amazing, amazing. I love it. Okay, so talk about why you think the judges selected you to represent the nation.
That's a really good question. I just came off my national pageant. I'm actually headed to my first appearance this afternoon.
Yay!
So it's all very fresh, and I haven't really had a chance to kind of go back and talk to anyone or really even look at how the pageant went. So that's a really good question. But I'm really, really grateful they did. I think at the end of the day, I just showed up and was the same every day and didn't try to approach it in any specific way. I just showed up and knew that if it was in the Lord's plan for me, no matter what I did, there wasn't anything I could do to mess that up. And that kind of faith really helped me get through the week because, as I'm sure you know, in pageants that are 8 days long like that, there's ups and downs and things you would change and things you're happy with. And I'm grateful it all worked out in my favor.
Yeah, it really is a stamina thing, and that was something that I just started competing like a year ago and going into Miss Texas Week last summer. I was like, oh, I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. And we hadn't even gotten to the pageant yet. And I was like, I need a nap for like a day. So
Right.
so true, so true. But talk about the phases of competition because I come from the Miss America organization, so we've got talent, interview, on stage question, but you guys have other phases, correct?
Right. So very similar to you all. Actually, it's not that different at all in terms
Okay.
of the on-stage question. It's the interviews, what they're looking for in that terms of like your professional skills. But then instead of having a talent portion, we have a horsemanship competition. And so we're judged on how well we can ride a horse and then our equine and rodeo knowledge.
Gotcha. Okay, so what does that look like? So you ride the horse, I'm assuming, right?
Sure. So if you've ever seen figure skating, you know how they go through like a pattern with different maneuvers?
Yes.
Very similar to figure skating, except we're on horseback. And so
Okay.
we get to the contest and they bring in horses for us to ride that we've never ridden before. And they give us a pattern and we are put on the horse and expected to execute the pattern in a specific way in order to gauge how well we can ride horses that we've never ridden before. So when I travel this year's Miss Rodeo America, I fly everywhere. So when I get to an appearance or a rodeo, they give me a horse I've never ridden before. And so the point of that part of the competition is to make sure you'll be able to handle that part of your job.
That makes sense. I mean, yeah, when you say it like that, I'm like, well, yeah, you do need to know how to ride a horse. Like I would be
Yeah.
disastrous at that. That would just not work. My sister queen last year, she was Miss Fort Worth the year before, and she like did the rodeo at Fort Worth. And I mean, like we are like city girls, like so embarrassing, truly. And she like the horse like almost bucked her off, and she was like, "I'm done. This is horrible."
No more.
So we would have completely failed in that area. I'm
I feel you because I think about all the time if I had to get on stage and do like any kind of swimsuit competition, any kind of singing or dancing, count me out.
It's the trade-off. It's the trade-off.
Exactly.
Okay, so final question. If you could give one piece of advice to a first year title holder, what would it be?
I think about this a lot now that I'm on the other side of it, which I'm 15 years into this. But really, what's gotten me here is you find the people that you trust with your life. Like you find 2 or 3 or 4 people that, I tell people if they told me to jump off a cliff, I would. But those are the only opinions I hold near and dear to my heart. So I take their criticism, I take it dear to my heart, if they tell me I need to fix something, change something, do something differently, those are the people I listen to and I do it. And then because those are the people that believe in you no matter what to the end of the day. And that way you can take the other ups and downs and criticisms and challenges and kind of go with them in stride, because you know that those are the people that have your best interest at heart, and those are the ones that are going to coach you to be at the best of your potential.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, I do. I feel like the water gets muddied sometimes with all of the different opinions. So that is truly great advice. Well, thank you so much, Emma, for coming on. I know you're crazy busy as a national title holder, so I so appreciate you coming on and chatting with me. And I hope you have fun at your first appearance of the year this afternoon.
Thank
That's
you
so
so much. This
much
was
fun.
my first podcast too, so thank you for making it so much fun. It was lovely to meet you.
You're a natural. You're a natural. Yay. And I will see the rest of you guys on our next episode. Bye, y'all.